Hello everyone, welcome back to AFC Game by Game. You're joining me today for not only my last preview of the season, but my last preview for the long term. If you haven't seen my last video, please do go and check it out. I'm talking about how I'm going to be updating the channel, and instead of doing the typical traditional format that I've done of reviewing a match, previewing a match, and talking about everything else in between, I'm looking to introduce a sort of weekly video, sort of like a podcast, but condensed into about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you've got any ideas for what sort of content you'd like to see throughout the course of next season, please do let me know. But today, I'm really excited to be talking about the Europa League final on Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to this game, and I am feeling confident, which probably isn't a good thing because whenever I do feel confident, things don't go the way that I'd like them to. But I think we've got every reason to feel confident going into this game, not just because we beat Chelsea so convincingly at the Emirates a few months ago, that 2-0 win. I think we've got a lot of things on our side in this game, and given the way we played against Valencia, even when we're not playing well in the Premier League, we've certainly got the capabilities to bring it in the Europa League. And Emery is a specialist in this tournament. Let's not forget that he's won the Europa League 3 times, and this is a great opportunity for him to make it 4. And I don't think he's ever lost in the final in the Europa League, so I'm really excited to see how we're going to play in this game. And with the players that we've got, I think our team is predictable, but I also think it's a very strong team that we've got at our disposal as well. So I'm looking forward to this game. I'm excited by the team that he's brought out there, the 24-man squad, which has got a few youngsters in it as well. It'd be great for the likes of Saka, for Amici to go out there and get an opportunity within the first team. Of course, they won't play in the game, but to have them around the first team in a game of such magnitude should do their confidence the world of good and should give them a great head start going into next season. So excited about that prospect. But I suppose what's looming over and casting a big shadow over this game is, of course, the controversy, the fact it's in Baku that Mkhitaryan can't go out and play this game. And we know that this has been the case for about a week or so now, that Mkhitaryan isn't able to go out there. And lots of people have covered it a lot better than I ever could. But from my personal perspective, I do think it's absolutely mental that a final is being played in a part of the world where certain players don't feel safe to travel out there. And it should be stressed that UEFA have confirmed that Mkhitaryan's safety would be guaranteed if he did go out to Baku, and it's a personal decision that Mkhitaryan has made not to go out there, which I think is part of the reason that Arsenal aren't kicking up so much of a fuss, because UEFA's argument, if we did boycott the final, would be, well, we've guaranteed him safety, it's his choice not to go out there. It's not like there's someone physically at the border saying, you can't come in here, Mickey. So I think that's the UEFA point of view on things. But from a human perspective, it is mental that a final is being played where there's such hostility between two countries. So it's a real tough one, but I can completely understand and respect Mkhitaryan's decision, but you can't help but wonder, if it was Mesut Ozil, I can almost guarantee that there'd be a lot more fuss from the Arsenal camp than there is with the current situation. I do think it's very poor from Arsenal not to be defending our player. His treatment has kind of gone under the radar a little bit, and we've accepted it too lightheartedly. And I do sort of worry, because Mkhitaryan, whatever you think of him this season, and I'll be the first to say, he's been unbelievably inconsistent. He has some great games, he has some unbelievably poor games. But he's a player that has won the Europa League. He scored in the Europa League final with Manchester United. He's an experienced player, a player that I think we need in this dressing room. And if Ozil is to go off injured in the first 5 minutes, he'd be the natural player to come on. So I do worry about what could happen there. Our only other options in that position now are someone like Alex Iwobi. So it is concerning, and I do feel very, very bad for Mkhitaryan. As I say, I understand his decision. But this final as well, not just the Mkhitaryan situation, but the fact that both clubs, Chelsea and Arsenal, have been allocated 6,000 tickets in a stadium that is absolutely monumental. So it's going to show that so many tickets, about 50 odd thousand tickets, are going to go to corporates, to people that aren't necessarily interested in football. It's so corrupt. 6,000 Arsenal fans going out there. Probably that many won't even be able to go because of the ludicrous prices it costs. But as I say, like the Mkhitaryan situation, UEFA's argument will come back and say, look, we're trying to get everything equal across Europe. How are we to know that two teams from London would get into the final? I mean, there's two sides to every single argument, but it does seem mental that not only are the actual club's fans getting 12,000 tickets between them, and as well that there's the hostile situation between Azerbaijan and Armenia. It's so poorly planned by UEFA. It's so poorly planned. But as I say, people will have known about this a long way in advance. Finals aren't planned overnight. This will have been made before the start of the season. Plenty of people from clubs all over the world will have said, okay, fine, to Baku, without even considering the hostile situation that's going on there between Azerbaijan and Armenia. So, you know, it's disgusting, really, how money's ruining the game. But I don't want to talk about that too much. I want to talk about the football. Obviously, it's tough to call what sort of Arsenal's going to turn up in this game because we've had a couple of weeks now away from the Premier League. The last game we played where we were really convincing was, of course, that Valencia game. I do think that we are going to score a couple of goals in this game. I really do. I'm confident with the attacking players we've got in Aubameyang, Lacazette, Mesut Ozil. The chances we'll create for our wing-backs as well in AZ Maitland-Niles, who's really starting to come into his own this season. And Kolasinac, I'm very confident about us going forward. The midfield battle will be an interesting one because I don't want to say it's 100% confirmed, but N'Golo Kante looks to miss this final, as well as Loftus-Cheek, as well as Hudson-Odoi. So we've got a great opportunity to take advantage of Chelsea's injuries in this instance, when we've got almost a fully fit team apart from those long-term absentees that we've got. So we've got a great chance to really overrun in midfield. Granit Xhaka and Torreira, massive battle for them in the midfield, coming up against Kovacic, Jorginho and Barkley. Chelsea fans, I've been reading what they've been saying on Twitter. They're not convinced, they're not happy with that potential midfield three, and Sarri really sticks to his guns. I don't think he's even changed his formation once this season, which goes to show how predictable he is. So we can really take advantage of that, and I think we'll really have a great chance to really exploit a very weak Chelsea midfield that hasn't really clicked this season, that hasn't got first team players in it. But of course, Hazard, with it being potentially what looks like his last game for Chelsea, he's going to be going out there to prove a point. He'll want to end on a high note. And of course, another really controversial situation that I've seen spoken about a lot recently is Petr Cech starting in goal. Why would Unai Emery switch him at this point? He's played throughout every single game in the Europa League. It goes without saying that Emery, I'm 95% certain, will pick him in the final. I can also completely understand why Arsenal fans want to see Bernd Leno start in goal. If it was up to me, Leno would start in this game. He's our better keeper. He's our more informed keeper. Petr Cech, though, has started every game in the Europa League, and I think Emery will respect the decision that not only he's made to Petr Cech, but the one he's made to himself as well. And I think he will stick with Petr Cech in goal. And if he can keep a clean sheet and go out on a high note by winning the Europa League of Arsenal, that'd be fantastic. And I don't really care if he goes back to Chelsea after that, as long as he wins us the Europa League, I'm more than happy. Then we've achieved our objective this season, winning a European trophy and getting back into the Champions League. So everything, our entire season, boils down to this game. No pressure, Arsenal. No pressure whatsoever. Just before I wrap up, really excited to say that Danny Welbeck is going to be playing his last Arsenal game. Whether he'll actually get any minutes, I'm not too sure, but hopefully he gets an opportunity. Great player to have in the squad, and throughout his time at Arsenal, I think, despite his injuries, he's always given his all in an Arsenal shirt. He's a really useful player to have in the team, and whoever gets him, if he can remain injury-free, will be a great asset to any side. And I just hope that he's able to get an opportunity in this game on Wednesday night, get a couple of minutes, and hopefully a 92nd minute bullet header to secure the Europa League for Arsenal. But as I say, great to have him back, and this is a massive game for us. I can't stress that enough. I'm sure you all know that. Of course, the pressure is on us, not Chelsea, because they've already qualified for the Europa League, Champions League, should I say. And this game is pretty much just an added bonus if they can win it. But I think we play well under pressure, crazily, given how much we've bottled this season in the Premier League. When it comes down to a one-off game, I really do think that this team performs well under pressure. And if Aubameyang can play like he did against Valencia, if Lacazette can bring that same intensity, need Xhaka to have a good game, need Torreira to have a good game, need the wing-backs to play well, and most importantly, need that experienced defence to really lead this team forward. Monreal 33, Koscielny 33, Socrates 30, Petr Cech coming into his late 30s now. That's a very experienced backline. It's not the backline that I think we'll see next season. There's, of course, talk of Koscielny going, Monreal going. Will Socrates even be in the first choice next season? I'm not too sure, but it's a defence that has probably been one of our better back threes this season, and I sincerely hope that it's able to do a job on Wednesday night. And I think it will be. These players know how to play against someone like Olivier Giroud. Eden Hazard is, of course, the danger man, but apart from that, I'm not overly concerned about the likes of Pedro, Willian. They are dangerous players, but I do think we've got enough to really keep those players quiet. It's just Hazard and Giroud that I'm a little bit worried about, and of course Gonzalo Higuain, who's been all right for Chelsea. He's not been amazing. I'm not overly worried about him. I'm definitely more worried about Olivier Giroud in this instance. But on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. My score prediction for this game, I'll go for 2-0 to Arsenal. I think we're going to keep a clean sheet and hopefully we'll score 2 goals. But it's a massive game, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit sick with nerves. Get your score predictions in the comments box below. Let me know what team you'd like to see. Would you rather see Cech or Leno starting goal? Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will speak to you hopefully after an Arsenal win. See you later, guys.